welcome back to my channel. In today's video I am going to be trying out some of the products that I bought during the Sephora sale that just passed and during the 21 days of beauty from Ulta. So if you would like to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. Okay, so we're going to start with eyes. I already primed my eyes with the NARS eyeshadow base. I don't know exactly what it's called. Everything that I use today in the video, I will have everything in the description box, so go ahead and look there. But for eyeshadow, I'm going to use the Mary Jane palette from Melt Cosmetics. I'm just going to do a simple, easy look with this just because I'm kind of in a rush today, but this was one of the items that I bought during the sale. It looks just like this, and I am wearing this army green shirt. I wore it just so I could have something matching today, but I will show you what the colors look like. So I'm gonna kind of stick to these colors right here and maybe use this as my crease shade, so we will see. So let's go ahead and get started with a nice fluffy brush. Let me see, do I want to use this one or do I want to use this one? I'll go ahead and I'll use this one from Sigma. It's the Tapered Blending E40, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'll take Mari, this one right here, and I'm just gonna do one eye with you guys, and then I'll do the other eye off camera. I don't know if I said that. Now it does have a little bit of kick up, but not a whole lot. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this in the crease. And just blend it till we get an even distribution. I'll go ahead and pick up some more, tap my brush, and just fluff it in there. Like I said, I don't want to do too much with the eyes, so I'm just going to keep it simple and fast. I like that color a lot, and it did blend really good, as you can tell. I wish I could zoom in so you guys could see better, but unfortunately I do not have those tools just yet. Hopefully by the end of this year or next year I will. Now I kind of don't like this brush. I wish I had more of a fluffier brush. Let's see if I can find one. I'll just go ahead and use this one. This one's from Morphe. It's the M441 brush. Just looks like this. And I'm just gonna fluff right here and the outer edges, just so that way it doesn't look too harsh. Yeah, I like the way that looks. Then I'm gonna get another smaller brush. Let's see, what do I want to use? Yeah, I'll use this one. This is the Morphe M514 brush. It's just a little bit smaller than the Sigma brush. This looks like that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take, let's do Gasper, this green color right here, and let's go ahead and just kind of stick it towards the outer part. Now these shadows are powdery, so just be very careful. And I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna focus it right in here. Just in the outer edge, because we are going to put a shimmer color in the inner corners, so I want to just focus it right here. Oh my god, it is so hot in this room. Kind of feel like I picked up too much. Yeah, I did, but it's okay. We'll go ahead and go back in with that brush that we used to clean up our edges. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get that Morphe brush, and I'm just going to soften it a little bit. Now one thing I can say is these shades, I was gonna say brushes, these eyeshadow shades, they do blend pretty good, so I will give it that. And then what I'll do is I'll just go back in with, uh-oh, I confused myself. Did I use this one? Yeah. I'm gonna go back in with the Sigma brush and just get a little bit of Mari again and just clean up those edges very, 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 very lightly. I'm barely putting any pressure on my eyelids. Boom, just like that. Then what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to, with my fingers, I don't know if I want to take this one or this one. Let's swatch and see. Let's swatch Mary Jane. Ooh. Is this like a press glitter? That was pretty chunky when I tapped it. The shade Sweet Lucy. So be very careful when you're swatching it. Yeah, I don't know if you could tell that middle shade right there, that's Sweet Lucy. Look at how chunky that looks. I'm not sure you're gonna be able to tell, but it's pretty chunky. So, oh yeah, you could tell. You're gonna have to be very careful. I don't know if I like that. And then the first one, these ones really don't swatch all that great. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get a small brush and I'm just gonna first pack my eyelids with the eyeshadow first, and then if it doesn't work I'll go ahead and use my finger. But from first impressions that was pretty chunky. So I'm just gonna go ahead, I'm gonna use my finger then. Lightly use my finger and just press it in there. You gotta be very careful with this shade. Like, I don't like this shade at all. Sweet Lucy. Oh yeah, so it does go on better with your finger. So just use your finger instead. But like I said, be very careful when you pick it up with your finger. Or even a brush. The best that I could do right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to fix the outer part of my eyeshadow, and then I'm just gonna leave it for now. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll pick up the M514 brush, pick up the Gasper, the green one, and just blend those colors together. Just make it look evenly. Yeah, so far I do not like that chunky shade in the palette, and as you, I don't know if you could tell, but I do have some fallout right here. So I'm just gonna leave it like this for now, and then we will come back to it with the inner corner. I'll use something from this palette, but so far I'm not impressed with it. It's not my favorite. For the price you pay for the palette, I think this was like $58. I wouldn't pay $58 for this palette, so I'm gonna pass on this palette for you guys. But I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye, and then I will come back with the rest of the face. Okay, so I finished the eyeshadow, and to be honest, this palette, it kind of gave me a hard time. Mainly the shimmer shadows. This Sweet Lucy, it was chunky, it fell out a lot on my face and on inside the palette. I just didn't like it at all. It's just too chunky. I think that this palette is a pass for me. This one worked good for me, the Gasper, I think that's how you say it. I use that in my crease. I also use Mari in my crease. That was really good. But like for the shimmers, I don't like the shimmers at all, so that's like probably one of the biggest downfalls to this palette. So let's go ahead and move on to the face. For primer, I'm gonna go ahead and use this One Size by Patrick Starr. It's Secure the Blur. Now this is a sample. I have used some of it. I did get the full size, but I wanted to try the sample first before I opened the full size, and I really do like this primer. So far so good. So we're gonna go ahead and just use what we have in here. I was gonna say use it up, but a little bit goes a long way with this primer, so just be warned with that. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put it right here in my pores, and as you can tell, like, look at how blurry that is. Like, it just blurred out my pores. Super good. I like this primer a lot. So this one's an A+ for me. Then for foundation, now I didn't get this foundation during the sale, of course. I got it at Ulta, but I have used it once, and I'm talking about the Morphe Filter Effects Soft Focus Foundation. I used this, I think I used it in a video if I'm not mistaken. I might have or I might have not, I can't remember. But I know I did use this foundation, and I matched it with, what was it? It was from NYX, the marshmallow one, the one that was like viral in TikTok. I used it with this foundation and it looked horrible on my skin. So I don't know if it was the foundation or if it was that primer, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to see if it's the foundation that wasn't working. I kind of have a feeling it was the foundation, so we're gonna go ahead and try it out again today. I wore a mask with this and it had came off. It would just look patchy. It looked really bad. But I forgot to wet a sponge, so I'm just gonna use a brush. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use this e.l.f. complexion duo brush. But first I'm gonna go ahead and shake it up first, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pour some on the back of my hand. We're gonna go ahead and do 2 pumps, and I have it in the shade medium 9. Just looks like this. A little bit goes a long way, so I probably should have just used 1 pump. Where's my mirror? Yeah, see how thick it looks? So I'm gonna go ahead and just do this first to see. I do not like this. I think I'm set on not liking this foundation. Now I didn't get a foundation during the Sephora sale. I did get one after the sale, but I haven't hauled it yet, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, and for me, what does it say? Does it say if it's medium or full coverage? Medium to full coverage. Right now I'm not getting even, well, now I am. I guess you gotta work in the product a little bit before you can see a medium coverage. Because at first when I was putting it on, it looked like a light coverage. But I am kind of seeing that. Then I think I'm breaking out because of the, what was that foundation? The foundation from e.l.f. I think it's the CC cream. I think that broke me out, so I haven't been using it because I'm waiting for my skin to clear up a little bit. I'm not gonna build it up. I'm just gonna leave it as, just because, like I said, it's not my favorite. It looks okay right now, so hopefully it won't look bad later on. But that's the thing about this foundation, is when I put it on the first time, like right away, it didn't look bad. It wasn't until like later on in the day is when it started to look not so great. And that's what it's looking like. On camera it doesn't look bad, but in person I am not feeling it. Gonna go ahead and do a little bit right here. Give me some more coverage. So yeah, so this is what the foundation is looking like. Like I said, I'm not in love with it. It is a, I would say, light to medium coverage. I don't want to build it up anymore because I feel like it's gonna look way too cakey on my skin, so I'm just gonna leave it But yeah, this is what it's looking like. Like I said, it looks better on camera than it does in person. And I do have quite a bit left on my hands, so just be very mindful of how much you are using. Now for concealer, I also did not buy a concealer during the sale, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use this concealer that I bought during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale, and that is the Tarte Ultra Creamy Concealer, and I have it in the shade 22N Light Neutral. I do like this concealer a lot. I like it better than the Tarte Shape Tape, 1000%. So we're gonna go ahead and use this today. I feel like I have a hair somewhere and it's bugging me. I do. So a little bit of this goes a long way. I'm just gonna do a couple dots. Actually, I'm gonna do a little bit more than usual because my under eyes are looking very dark today. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and just do one side for now. I feel like this concealer is helping this foundation out because when I had the foundation on, it looked not nice, so I feel like it's looking a little bit better. Okay, and then I'm gonna kind of pinch the brush a little bit because I kind of feel like I have a lot of concealer just sitting right here. Yeah, that's better. So this is what it's looking like. Oh, I don't like the way my under eyes are looking. So I feel like with this concealer, my under eyes looked really better with the other foundation that I used. I forgot which foundation I used with this concealer. So I have a feeling that this is also a no-go for me. So that and the eyeshadow are not it for me. Maybe if I do a little bit less, maybe let's try just that much. I know that still looks like a lot, but that is less than what I used earlier on the other eye. I'm gonna go ahead and get this brush and just pat. And it probably could be that I didn't have a sponge and I didn't use the sponge. I should have probably used a sponge, but that's okay. Oh yeah, see, that looks way better. I think I just used too much with this foundation, too much concealer, because now it doesn't look as cakey as it does like this eye. So that was just my mistake. So if there's anything to learn from this video, is less is more. This is what my base is looking like. To be honest, I don't like it, but it's probably just because of that dang foundation. Okay, so let's go ahead and powder it, my face. I'm gonna go ahead and for my under eyes, I'm gonna use this Pat McGrath. I did buy this during the sale. It's the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder in the shade medium. I have tried this out once and I do like it, so we're gonna go ahead and use it again today. I'm gonna go ahead and use this Real Techniques 402 setting brush. Just pick up a little bit. First, let me go under my eyes one more time because I feel like it's creasing a bit. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Oops. I have to sneeze. Excuse me. Go ahead and put that. Now I feel like I am looking I'm starting to look pretty cakey, and I do not like that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit around my nose, underneath the eyes, and then for the rest of my face, I'm going to put the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish in 2 medium. For that, let me see, what brush do I want to use? I'm going to use this Sigma brush. It came in a set. I don't know exactly what it is, but I'm just going to go ahead and tap into the powder and just set the rest of my face. Now I am noticing that the foundation is starting to pick up a little bit. Oh shoot, I did this last time. Okay, I forgot we were supposed to use cream product, so I'm so used to just powdering my face and not putting no creams, because I really don't put creams, especially when I'm in a rush. But I'm just gonna go ahead and powder, and then I did do this last time when I was on my trip. I did take some of these products with me. I used the Melt Cream blushes. I took Sundown with me, and that's the one I used, and I did put it on top of powder, so it did look really good. It worked really well with the cream on top of the powder, but I wanted to use a cream bronzer. I don't know if I should still do that. And then I had another cream blush from Tarte. Ooh, April Monique, why would you do that? Let's see. Should we? It's this one. Actually, this is powder. This is the only cream I have. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try it. This is the Danessa Myricks Power Bronzer in the shade Medium. Just looks like this. Looks like this. It's pretty small, but I guess you don't need a lot. And then I'm gonna go ahead, and if I could find the brush that I like to use, yes, right here. I'm gonna use my contour brush from Real Techniques, and it looks like this. I did swatch it. I haven't used it. I just swatched it. I'm gonna take just a little bit, and hopefully this does not pick up my foundation. I'm just going to kind of pounce it, and then kind of do a sweepy motion, and then pounce again. We were doing so good without airplanes, and now there's an airplane. Yeah, so it's kind of picking up my foundation, but I'm trying to be very, very light with it. Why did I do that? It's not powder. And just sweep it like this. Actually, I can tell on my forehead that it is a cream to powder. So, but as you could tell, it looks a little bit patchy right there, but that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna fix it with my foundation brush that I used. Let's see, what did I do with it? I'm gonna go ahead and lightly go over it. Lightly go over the edges. So I do like this bronzer. I'm gonna have to test it out again and remember not to put the powder first. I kind of feel like I picked up too much right now. That's okay, I'll just blend it away, blend it out. So far I like it, actually. Doesn't look too bad. Now if I look dewy, it's because it's getting hot in this room. That's what happens when you have all these lights in front of you, all the doors closed. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just blend this in my forehead. Oh, I really like the way it looks on my forehead now. It looks a little bit harsh, but I'll go ahead and fix that with the brush. I like it. I like the way it looks. So that was the Domestic Myrix bronzer. It looks like this. So I like that. So far so good. For blush, I was gonna try and use this Tarte. Let me see if this color even goes with this eyeshadow look. Now the colors look way different compared to the back. Like, oh, kind of, no, that looks more orange. But I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it to see. Oh yeah, no, that looks more pinky on camera, huh? So I'm not gonna use this today. I'll use it in another video. Let's just go ahead. I feel like the melt in Sundown is gonna be better for me, just because I think it will look better with this look. So we're gonna go ahead. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna top the cream bronzer with this Ilia bronzer. It's the Night Light bronzer powder in the shade Drawn In. Now this was a Kathleen Lights Made Me Buy It purchase. She talks about this a lot. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put just a very little bit of this, just because I'm already bronzed enough and this isn't too dark, so that's a good thing. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take this Morphe M581 brush. That was a tongue twister. I am looking very bronzed today. If that's okay, what I'll do is I will blend it out with my dual fiber brush right now. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take a little bit of this underneath my chin. I'm afraid to put any on my nose, to be honest. What do you think? What do you think? We'll just do a little bit. Okay, so just a little bit. That doesn't look bad, actually. Then I'm gonna get a dual fiber brush, just any dual fiber brush, and just lightly blend it. Now for blush, we're gonna go ahead and go in with the Melt blush. Like I said, it's in the shade Sundown. Just looks like this. And I'm going to take, where's the brush I like to use? For my cream blushes, I like to use the Sigma Flat Kabuki F80 airbrush. Just looks like this. It's just a flat kabuki. It has some give to it. I like it a lot. Work my way from the back, and then whatever I have left over, bring it to the front. And it just gives it a nice little flush of color. And then I bring it up here to my temples. And this is what the color looks like. Very pretty color. Go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. And then I'm gonna get a little bit more and just put it onto the bridge of my nose, kind of like a wave motion. And boom, there you are. So I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it like that and just press it. I'm not gonna do any sweepy motions. And yeah, that looks really pretty. I like it actually a lot. So the bronzer I like, the Melt blush I already know I like, and the Danessa Myrix I like. So far everything is good except for the foundation. I think that's the only thing I do not like so far. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put some mascara off camera, and I will come back. I'm gonna do my under eye, my lower lash line with some eyeshadow, and then I will be back. So for mascara, I'm gonna use the Maybelline New York Sky High mascara. I have used this once, I did not like it, so this is my second time. I'm gonna try to see if it was just maybe that day it didn't work for me. So like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on, do my lower lash line, and then I will be right back for lips, and then we should be all done. Okay, so I'm back and I did finish my eyes. So what I did was I put on my mascara, which I used the Maybelline Sky High. Like I said, I do not like this mascara. Then I put the Marc Jacobs, what is this called? The Highliner Matte Gel Crayon and Earthquake. It's just a brown color in my waterline. It's okay. I wish it was just a little bit darker and a little bit more brown. You can't really see it in my waterline, so it's okay. And then I went in the bottom of my lash lines with the Melt palette. I used Mari, I think that's how you say it, and I mixed in a little bit of Rubia, just these two together, and yeah, so that's what got me this look in the bottom. And then I did put on highlighter from Becca. I used Champagne Pop just because I didn't buy a highlighter during the sale. And then I forgot to mention too, I did spray some of this Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray from Charlotte Tilbury. I did get this during the sale. I got the mini. It's okay so far. I don't think I've noticed anything. I think today will be the true test to see if my makeup lasts. It is later in the day. It's about 6-7 o'clock already, and I am going out for a little bit, so we will see if this lasts. I will leave all the information. Hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick check-in for you. It is the end of the night / early morning. It's like almost 3 in the morning. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see, but yeah, it's almost 3 in the morning. So this is what the makeup is looking like. I did do some blotting, and I did put a little bit of concealer underneath my eyes just because it was getting a little bit dark, and I forgot to do my intro, I think it was, for this video, so I had to do that. But overall, it looks okay. It is wearing off like by my nose in this area. You can't tell, this camera is like really nice, but it does look a little cakey right here, my chin, just a tad bit, but nothing outrageous. It was just mainly by my nose and underneath my eyes. And I'm actually really surprised that the eyeshadows stayed on pretty well for the period of time that I've had it on. Sorry, my eyes are really red. I'm like super exhausted, but yeah, so my eyeshadow did really good. The blush did fade out a little bit. I actually didn't set it with another powder blush. The last time I tried this blush, I put on the Patrick Ta She's So LA, the powder side of it, on top of this, and it lasted really well. But like I said, I didn't set it with powder this time. But overall, you can still see it. My bronzer looks really good. I obviously had to reapply my lipstick, but other than that, it did okay. The setting spray, I think it did help. But yeah, overall I'm happy. But like I said in the beginning of my video, well, when I was doing my eyes, the eyeshadow was my least favorite because of the glitter, whatever they're called, I'm not exactly sure, but they were a little too chunky. And other than that, I liked everything. So like I said, it does look okay right now. I'm just gonna take it off now so I can get ready for bed. But yeah, I just thought I'd come on here and show you guys what it looks like. And what else? I think that's it. So now we just have, I have to do highlighter in my inner corner and my brow bone. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to, I kind of don't want to waste this. I'm gonna get another setting spray so I can spray my brush. This is not the brush I usually use to do it, but this is just what I had near me. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna take Cali from the palette and just go ahead. Ooh, this is chunky. Yeah, this palette was a definite no for me. I'm just gonna put some in my inner corner, just like that. I'm gonna take a little bit more do it in my brow bone. Actually, I don't like this for the brow bone. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my Charlotte Tilbury, Becca Champagne Pop, and I'm gonna do that on my brow bone. Oh yeah, that's way better. Yeah, so just gives it a little pop. That color worked for my inner corner, it just didn't work for my brow bone. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna spray the brush again, because like I said, these glitter colors are pretty chunky, so just be careful. Oh, and I did do my what is it called, my eyebrows. I just put some some brow gel in them. I just like to do that, and then I'll go ahead and I'll get the dual fiber brush and I'll just lightly I am noticing I am looking a little bit dewy. I don't know if it's just because it's hot in here or what, but it doesn't look too bad in camera. I kind of like it better in camera than I do in person. So now we have the final thing to do, and that is lips. So for lips, I'm going to use this KKW Beauty lip liner in the shade Nude 0.5. I'm just going to use that. My hair is like all over the place. Then I'm going to top it off with the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude lipstick in the shade Claudia. I did get this during the sale. So go ahead and just put some of that on. This looks like this. And voila. So I think I am going to top it off with some lip gloss off camera, but I'm going to go ahead and just leave it like this for now. So this is the final look. This is everything that I put on my face, some of the products that I bought during the sale, Sephora sale. So let's go ahead and do a little recap real quick. I liked everything basically that I used in today's video except for two things. The foundation I do not like, the Morphe foundation I don't like, and the Maybelline Sky High mascara. These were like my two fails. But like I said, everything else, and then these don't really count anyways because I didn't buy them during the Sephora sale anyways. So but everything else that I did buy during the sale I do like that I use. So the Natasha Denona lipstick I like. The Charlotte Tilbury I gotta test out some more. Hopefully I'll be able to tell tonight how it held up on my face. And the eyeshadow palette I do not like. If you're a beginner or you don't really play with eyeshadow, I would not recommend you to get this eyeshadow palette. There are eyeshadows out there that are better. I do like the Natasha Denona $65 palettes better. This one was just kind of hard to work with, especially the glitter ones. The mattes not so much. Those were pretty good to work with. If I could recommend a palette to anybody, it would still be the Tati Beauty, the Volumes 1 Neutral palette, something like that. I do like that one over this one, and it is cheaper than this, so this was a pass for me. The Marc Jacobs was okay. Like I said, I wish it was a little bit darker, and it didn't really go on my waterline. Maybe it's just my eyes because they are watery. So that's that for that. And the matte blushes I really do love, especially this one in the shade Sundown. It's like my perfect color for summer, and yeah, I really like the way it looks on my skin, and it does go on beautifully on top of powder, so just keep that in mind. The Danessa Myricks bronzer I do like a lot. I'm gonna have to play with that some more. The Ilia bronzer I do like as well. I'm actually pretty surprised. In the pan it did look too light, but it doesn't look light. You could see it on my skin, so I really do like this one. And then I think out of everything, this was my #1 favorite thing, was the One Size by Patrick Star. I was gonna say Patrick Star, the Secure the Blur primer. This one I really liked a lot, so I like that. And then the Tarte Creamy Concealer I do like. And let me see, I think this is the final product, the Pat McGrath Under Eye Setting Powder. I do like it. Like I said, I think I just didn't like it today because of the foundation that I'm wearing, but overall I really do like this powder. It is really smooth, and it is very, You could tell it's very pigmented and smooth, so I really do like this. But yeah, I think that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. And until the next one, I'll see you guys later. Bye!